I'm onto a pike. What you're about to see is my first session of this pike season. Let me know if your pike season has started better than mine has. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. My alarm wasn't on, so I just heard the Baitrunner. It was screaming off. And this is a big fish. This is pulling a lot of line. This is a big fish. A real big fish. Oh. I'm gonna walk over here. Oh. It's a giant. Oh my god, it's a giant. Oh, I might have to get wet to net this thing. It's going to be hard to pull it into the shallow water. Oh my god. Hold on, if I can pull him like this. Oh. Oh no. His head is underneath this wooden board. Okay, he's going again. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. The water is so shallow here. So pulling such a massive fish in is harder than you'd think. Okay. Oh. On a 12-foot rod. I hate using rods this long just because it's so hard. It's going again. Oh my god. bit and let him breathe for a second. What did you say? A deadbait, a bluey. Oh. Yeah. I'll just kneel down on here. Could you come a little bit closer as well? Yeah. Yep. Just had this. I believe it's a 27. I had it last year and it was 27, so I don't think it's put on any extra weight. Just had it on a dead bait. I'm gonna give it a measure with the measuring board because I didn't get a measure of it last time. It's 115 centimeters, massive fat belly. I'm gonna get it put back just now. So this photo here is from back when I caught it in 2024. It looks to me as if it might have gained some weight since then. I don't think it will have gained any length though, because it's probably reached its maximum length, 115 centimeters. It is an absolute unit of a pike though, and it has probably been eating bream its entire life. The head alone is absolutely huge, and I'm quite lucky I didn't have to go inside there with my pliers trying to get it unhooked. Do you think it's too shallow here?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably a female. The males don't get very big. There she goes. What you just saw was the first 5 minutes of my session today. I just got here and I wanted to stick a couple of dead baits out because I needed to use them up. The freezer, I've been keeping them in the freezer since January, and the freezer needs defrosting, so I took them out and I wanted to just use them up. I didn't even have my second rod cast out yet, didn't have a bait on it or anything, and the rod screams off. I didn't even have the alarm turned on, so it wasn't beeping. All I could hear was the Baitrunner was going like that. I didn't have the camera filming because I wasn't ready. I think I turned on the camera just as I hooked into it, or just a few seconds afterwards. I had a guy who was fishing over there. I shouted him over to film it for me. He filmed it, but apparently he messed it up, so he didn't get his. So the footage that he got isn't very good. It's a known fish, so I know how heavy it was. I didn't actually weigh it this time. I've caught it in the past and weighed it. It's a 27 pounder. I measured it this time though. It's a 116 centimeter pike, which is pretty good, pretty decent fish. Very powerful and very difficult to net, as you saw in the shallow water. You have to bring it all the way in, and then my net isn't long enough because it's a lure fishing net. I could have been more prepared for that, but to be honest, when you come here you don't expect to catch the biggest fish within 5 minutes, so you can forgive me for not being as prepared as possible. I'm not really sure what to do now because I've got here and I caught the biggest fish. Do I even bother to continue to fish? That is a good question. I'm kind of wet and full of fish slime now because I had to get in the water a little bit to release it. It is quite shallow here. I had to walk out a few paces to release it. It's a good start for pike season for me. First session of pike season and first cast of pike season, and a 27 pounder is a good reward. I think if I quit now while I'm ahead, I will have had the best pike season of anybody. The bait had only been in the water for about 5 minutes, less than that. I was just sitting down to tie another trace into that rod over there. It's all the way over there now. And this absolutely screamed off. I had a weight on it, but that fish does not care about the weight. He takes the bait and he runs with it, and that's what he did last time that I caught him, and that's what he's done this time. I'm not sure where to go from here. I feel like I've almost completed the lake. You know what I mean? Caught tons of numbers of pike, and I've caught the big one as well many times. So yeah, I'm pretty much unsure of what to do now, but I think I'm gonna have a couple of casts with a couple of lures, a couple of small lures, see if I can pull out anything else. So I've been using this little wallet to store all my traces. I've got tons of traces and I've got tons of little weights as well. Those are the ones that I use to make my lures swim deeper. So 3.5 grams in there and 5 grams in there. I'm just going to tie on a trace and see if I can catch a fish. Right, there we go, lure is tied on. Heavy fluorocarbon trace down to 30-pound braid on this. The braid on the other rod is 40-pound braid, I think. It's been a while since I spooled that one up. Would have been probably last autumn, I think. Maybe even before that. Right, let's see if I can catch on a lure. Cast like a bullet does this. It's that internal weight. That's part of why I was catching so well with it last year. Just being able to cover the distance on a reservoir like this that's full of pike. You can bring it past a lot in a single cast, so you have a much better chance of catching. So I thought I would talk you through a little bit of my pike gear, what I'm going to be using in the upcoming pike season. Some of it is new, some of it I've used before, so you might recognize some if you've seen some of my previous videos. This one is my heaviest pike rod. This is the Abu Garcia Beast, the casting version. It's 8'6" and it's 50 to 200 grams, so you can cast some pretty heavy lures with this. This reel here is the Abu Garcia Revo X. I think it's the 200 size, spool size, 200 spool size, and I've spooled it up with some 60-pound braid. That's quite heavy. Normally you wouldn't need to go any higher than that, but I've been using it with the underwater camera, and I'm a little bit scared to lose the underwater camera because they're quite expensive, so I went a little bit heavier with this line, 60-pound braid. This one's my other pike casting rod. This is the Savage Gear SG4, and it's the 8'6". It's 8'6". It's the same length as the other one, and it's 80 to 130 grams casting weight. Here's the reel that I'm using with this rod. This is the Gunky Power Game casting reel. It's 200 size like the other one. Just put 40-pound braid on this one, so a little bit lighter than the other one. So you might just have seen this one, but this is my light pike setup. 15 to 45 grams on this one. This is the Savage Gear SG2. This one's only 8 foot, so a little bit shorter than the other ones. But this one casts things very far. This reel is the Daiwa Laguna, 3000 size spool. Just a general all-around reel. Nothing particularly special about this reel, but it does its job. So you will have just seen this one, but this is the net that I just bought. It's the Gunky Fast Clip net, and basically what it does better than my previous net is it only takes one action to flip it out. So the handle comes across here. All you have to do is flick it out with one hand. It is slightly bigger than the previous one I had. Very lightweight as well for when you're carrying it around on the bank. I have a net magnet on as well, so just clips to my backpack while I'm walking on the left side. That way when I'm holding my rod in my right, I can grab the net with my left hand and have it ready. So hopefully I'm gonna get some good bank fishing done in the upcoming weeks. It's just about to be October, which is basically the start of pike season. I still have plans to do another trout session before the end of the trout season. In the northwest, the trout season ends on the 1st of October, which means I have about a week before the end of trout season. Hopefully I can get back out there this week and catch a few trout. I want to basically do a trout season review video, so edit together some of the clips from some of my previous trout videos and create a compilation of trout catches. Not that I've had many memorable ones in general, but it has been memorable for the first time I've ever been trout fishing here in the UK, the first time that I've got other people to come trout fishing with me. Josh and Kian have both caught their first trout. We went up to Ullswater, we ate the trout for the first time as well, which was a good experience. And you know what would be really good is if this week I go down there and catch a monster trout, a 4-pounder or something like that. The rivers are quite high at the minute. We've just had, in the last 48 hours, so much rainfall has come down, so I might have to wait till the end of the week. It's going to be quite dry this week though, so hopefully the rivers are going to go back down to normal levels and I can be out there and catch a few trout and get them on film.